Good morning, everyone. Okay. Wait. Today is the topic the Contractor Labor Regulation and Abolition Act 1970. This is the very important essay for 10 marks for IS 105. This is the very important for IS 105, the Safety, Health, Environmental Legislation. క్లాస్ అయితే ఏది ఉందో దాని నుంచి ఇది ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఎస్ఏ ఫర్ ఎగ్జామ్ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ వ్యూ. దీని యొక్క స్కోప్, దీని యొక్క ఆబ్జెక్టివ్ అండ్ అదర్గా దీని యొక్క మెయిన్ సెక్షన్స్, ఇంపార్టెంట్ సెక్షన్స్ అనే మెయిన్ మనం దీంట్లో చూస్తున్నాం. కంటెంట్ అనేది ఎగ్జామ్ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ వ్యూ క్వశ్చన్. దిస్ ఈస్ ద వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఎస్ఏ ఫర్ రిపీటెడ్ క్వశ్చన్. దిస్ ఈస్ ద రిపీటెడ్ క్వశ్చన్ ఫర్ Contractor Labor Regulation and Abolition Act 1970. This is the IS 105 fifth paper. This is the ESA Act, Rules and Contractor Lab Abolition and Regulation Act, Social Security Legislation. This is the important question for 10 marks. Right, briefly discussed about the Contractor Labor Regulation and asked in previous question papers, and recently 18 and 17. Okay, next screen. Wait for 1 minute. I will share. Who is contractor labor? Who is contractor labor? A workman is deemed to be employed as a contractor labor in or relation to work the establishment if he is hired for such work by or through a contractor with or with knowledge by of a principal or employer. Section 2(1)(b). Section 2(1) and B. Who is the contractor labor? అంటే ఎవరు? వర్క్ లో ఒక పనివాడు కాంట్రాక్టర్ ద్వారా లేదా కాంట్రాక్టర్ ద్వారా ప్రధాన యజమాని యొక్క పరిజ్ఞానంతో లేదా లేకుండా అటువంటి పని కోసం నియమించబడితే స్థాపన యొక్క పనికి కాంట్రాక్టర్ కార్మికుడిగా నియమించబడతాడు. దిస్ ఇస్ ద కాంట్రాక్టర్ లేబర్ డెఫినేషన్. హూ ఈస్ కాంట్రాక్టర్ లేబర్? నెక్స్ట్ వన్, సమ్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ సెక్షన్స్. వాట్ ఆర్ ద కాంట్రాక్టర్ లేబర్ రెగ్యులేషన్స్ అబౌట్ యాక్ట్ 1970? I will see you. Right. This is the total 35 sections in Contractor Labor Regulation and Abolition Act 1970. Arrangement of sections. Chapter 1, preliminary sections, short title, extension and commencement and application. And second one, definitions, some important definitions. And third one, chapter 2, advisory boards, central advisory boards, state advisory board, power to constitute committees. And chapter 3, registration of establishment employing contractor labor. Sixth one, appointment of registration. Sixth one, appointment of registration officer. Seventh one, registration of certain establishment. Eighth one, revocation of registration in certain cases. Ninth one, section 9, effect of non-registration. Section 10, provision of employment of contract laborers. Next screen I will share you. Next screen I will share you. This is the some important sections. Briefly, after we are the important sections in welfare and health of contract labor, license of contract labor. Next to discussed appointment. Section 11, appointment of licensing of officers. Section 12, licensing of contractor. Section 13, grant of license. Section 14 revocation of suspension and amendment of license. Section 15 appeal. Next important welfare and health contract labors. Contract యొక్క లేబర్స్ యొక్క వెల్ఫేర్ వాళ్ళు ఉండడానికి అండ్ హెల్త్ యొక్క సెక్షన్స్. Section 16 canteen rooms. Section 17 restrooms. Section 18 other facilities. Section 19 first aid facilities. Section 20 liability of principal employer in certain cases. Section 21 responsible for payment of wages. This is the next screen. I will share you. Wait. This is the section. Total 35 sections. Contract Labor Work Act in Act 1970. Total 35 sections. Penalties and procedures. Penalties and procedures. Section 22 obstructions. Section 23 contravention of provisions regarding employment of contract labor. Section 24 other offenses. Section 25 offenses by companies. Section 26 consequences of offenses. Section 27 limitations of prosecutions. Chapter 7 miscellaneous. Section 28 inspecting staff. Section 29 registration and other records to be maintained. Section 30 effect of laws and agreements inconsistent with this act. Section 31 power to exempt in special cases. Section 32 production of action take under this act. Section 33 power to give and direction. Section 34 power to remove difficulties. Section 35 power to make rules. These are the miscellaneous. Total 35 sections in Contract Labor Act 1970. This is the total 35 sections. Some important definition discussed, and after the State Advisory Committee and Central Advisory Committee, this is the scope, main scope, and scope after penalties and procedures and welfare and health facilities. We are the discussion next. Wait, I will share you. This is the definitions, important definitions in this act, unless the context rises, otherwise requires. Appropriate government means, some important definition. Appropriate government means in a relation to establish in respect of the appropriate government under the Industrial Disputes Act 1947 is the central government. The central government in a relation to any other establishment, the government of the state in the other establishment is the situation. Next screen. Some important definitions we are discussed. Next important definition. Be a workman shall be deemed to be employed as a contractor labor. Contractor labor and who is the contractor? A workman shall be deemed to be employed as a contract labor in or in connection with the work or wait. This is the important. Contractor labor in other connection with work or establishment when he is a heard or in connection with such work or by through contractor or without knowledge of principal employer. Next one, contractor means contractor in a relation to establishes means a person who undertaking to produce a given result for the establishment other than a mere supply of goods of articles of manufacturing to such establishment through contractor labor or who supplies contractor labor for any work of the establishment or includes in a subcontractor. This is the contract means. Next, controlled industry. Controlled industry means definition. Means any industry the control of which by the union has been declared by any central act to be expended in the public industry. Establishment means establishment means definition. Any office or department of the government or local authority or any place where an industry, trade, business, manufacturing occupation is carried on. Prescribed means prescribed by rules made under this act. Principal employer means in a relation to any office or department of other government or local authority, the head of that office or department or such other officer as the government or the local authority as the case may be may specified in the behalf. In a factory, the owner or occupier of the factory and where a person has been named as the manager of the factory under the Factories Act 1948, 63 of 1948, the person so named. In a mine, the owner or agent, the mine and where a person has been named as the manager of the mine, the person so named. In any other establishment, any person responsible for the supervision or control of the establishment. This is the definitions of principal employer. Next screen I will share you. Next screen I will share you. This is the Central Advisory Board. Central Advisory Board and State Advisory Board. These are the advisory board in chapter 2. Central Advisory Board means the central government shall has been soon may be constituted a board to be called the Central Advisory Contract Labor Board, herein after referred to as a central government board, to advise the central government of such matters arising out of the administration of this act may be referred to it to carry out the functions assigned to under this act. Central government board lo ఎవరెవరు ఉంటారు? The central board shall consist of a chairman to appointment by the central government. This chairman and central government contract labor act chairman as a appointment to the central government. The chief labor commissioner central and ex officio. Such members not exceeding 17 but not less than 11. Not less than 11, not exceeding 17. As the central government may nominated to represent the government, the railway, the coal industry, the mining industry, the contractor, the workmen, and any other interests which in the opinion of the central government out to be a representative of the central board. The number of persons to be appointed as a members from each of the categories specified in a subsection 2. The term of office and other conditions of services of the procedure to be allowed in the discharge of their functions by and the manner of filling vacancies among the members of the central board shall be such may be prescribed. Next one, provided that the number of members nominated to represent that workmen shall not less than the number of members nominated to represent the principal employer and the contractor. These are the advisory board. These are the central advisory board. Next to state advisory board. Next screen I will discuss state advisory board. Wait, I will share the screen. This is the state advisory board. This is the state advisory board. The state government may consist a board to be called the State Advisory Contractor Lab Board. Herein of after referred at the state board to advise the state government on such matters arising of the administration of this act as may be referred to it and to carry other the functions assigned to under this act. The state board shall consist of a chairman to appoint by the state government rules regulations. A chairman appointed by the state government. The labor commissioner ex officio are in the absence of their other nominated by the central government. This is the nominated posters. These are the appointment the state government. Such a number of not exceeding 11 but less than 9. Not above 11 but not below 9. As the state government may nominated in represent the government, the industry, the contractor, the workmen, and any other interested in the opinion of the government out to be a representative on the state board. Next one, the number of persons to be appointment as a number from each of the categories specified in the subsection. The term of office and other condition of services of the procedure to be followed in the discharge of their functions by the manner of filling vacancies among the members of the state board shall be such may be prescribed, provided that the number of members nominated to be represent the workmen shall not less than the number of members nominated to represent the principal employer and the contractor. This is the Next screen I will share you. Sorry. Power to constitute committees. Power to constitute committees. The central board of state board as may may constitute such committees for the such purpose of it may think fit. The committee constituted under subsection 1 shall meet the such times and place and shall observe such rules of procedure is recorded to the transaction of business as its meeting as may be prescribed. The members of committee shall be paid such fees and allowances for attending its meeting as may be prescribed, provided that no fees shall be payable to member who is an officer of government of any corporation established by any law of time being in force. These are the power to constitution committee. Next screen. Next screen I will share you. Wait. This is the registration of establishment employment contract labors. How to registration establishment employing of a contractor labor. Appointment of a registration officer. The appropriate government may by an order notified the official gazetted. Appointment into such a person being a gazetted officers of government as think fit to registering officers. Are you see the screen? Appointment of registration officers. The appropriate government may be by an order notified the okay. These are the appointment of the registration officers. The appropriate government may by on order notified the official gazette. Appointment such persons being gazetted officers government as the if to be a registration officer for the purpose of the chapter. Define the limits with the registration officer shall exercise the powers conferred on him or by under this act. Registration of certain establishment. Registrations of certain establishment. Every principal employer of an establishment to which this act applies shall within such period as the appropriate government may be notification in the official gazette. Fix in this behalf with respect to establishment generally or with the respect to any class of them. Make an application to registration officer in the prescribed manner for registration of the establishment. Provided that the registration officer any certain such application of registration after expiry of the period fixed in the behalf. If the registration officer is the satisfied that the applicant was prevented by sufficient cases for making the application in time. If the application for registration is completed, in all respect, the registration officer shall register the establishment and issue to the principal or employer of the establishment certain certificate registration contains such a particular may prescribed. These are the registration of the establishment employment of a contract laborers. Next screen I will share it. Revocation of registration in certain case. In certain cases, revocation and cancel out registration. In certain cases, failed the registration. If the registration officer is satisfied either on the reference made to be him in his behalf, otherwise, that the registration of an establishment has been obtained by misrepresentation or suppression of any material fact, or that any other reason the registration, right? Next one, effect of non-registration. No principal employer of an establishment to which this act applies shall, in the case of establishment required to register under this section 7, but which has not been registered with the time fixed for the purpose under the section. In case of establishment, the registration in respect of which been revoked under section 8. The employer contracted labor in the establishment after the expiry of the period referred to in class or after the revocation of registration referred to includes as may be provision of employment of contractor labor, provision of employer of the contractor. Notwithstanding anything contained in this act, the appropriate government may, after consultation with the central government or in case by state board, provided by notification in the official gazette, employment of contractor labor in any process, operation or other work in any establishment. Before issuing any notification under subsection in relation to establishment, the appropriate government right, appropriate government. Next one, before issuing any notification under subsection 1 in relation to appropriate government shall be regarded to the condition of work and benefits provided for the contractor labor in that constitution and other relevant factors such as whether the process, operation or other work is incident to or necessary for the industry, trade, business, manufacturing or operation that is carried on the establishment. Where it is a perennial nature, that is say is to sufficient duration of the nature of industry, trade, business, manufacturing of occupation carried on established. Whether it is done ordinary through regular workmen is established or any establishments similar thereto. Next screen. Next screen. I will share you. This is the main scope. Contract labor regulation. Contractor labor regulation Act 1970. Abolition and Regulation Act 97. Scope. దీని యొక్క మెయిన్ ఉద్దేశం ఏంటి? Contracted labor suffers from lack of job security, poor economic conditions, low payment, etc. Contracted labor suffers work low of job security, poor economic conditions, low payment, etc. అంటే కాంట్రాక్ట్ కార్మికులు ఉద్యోగ భద్రత లేకపోవడం, పేలమైన ఆర్థిక పరిస్థితులు, తక్కువ చెల్లింపు మొదలైన వాటితో బాధపడతారు. Next one, they do the some work as work directly employed by the establishment but are neither paid the same wages nor enjoy some working conditions. అంటే వారు స్థాపన ద్వారా నేరుగా పనిచేసే కార్మికుల మాదిరిగానే పనిచేస్తారు, కానీ అదే వేతనాలు చెల్లించరు లేదా అదే పని పరిస్థితులు ఆస్వాదించుతారు. నెక్స్ట్ వన్, టు రెగ్యులేట్ ద కండిషన్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ లేబర్స్ ద కాంట్రాక్టర్ లేబర్ రెగ్యులేషన్ అండ్ అబాలిషన్ యాక్ట్ 1970 వాజ్ ఏ పాస్డ్. అండ్ ఈ శ్రమలు పరిస్థితులు నియంత్రించడానికి కాంట్రాక్టర్ లేబర్ రెగ్యులేషన్ అండ్ అబాలిషన్ చట్టం 1970 ఆమోదించబడింది. దిస్ యాక్ట్ టు రెగ్యులేట్ ద కండిషన్ ఆఫ్ ద లేబర్, ద సెంట్రల్ లేబర్ Regulation and Abolition Act 1970 was a passed. The act applies to the following. ఎవరికి అప్లై అవుతుంది? To every establishment who is the applicable there. To every establishment where 20 or more workmen are employed or were employed on day or the preceding 12 months as a contractor labor. To every contractor who employs or employed any day of the preceding 12 months 2 or more workmen. The act does not apply to establishment in which work of casual is nature is performed. These are the scope of the contractor. Suppose you write down the briefly describe the contractor labor application under Regulation Act 1970. First of all, you wrote the scope. Next one after objective. Next one contract payments. These are the important we'll discussed and penalties. Next screen objectives. Wait, next screen I will share you objectives. These are the objectives. These are the objectives. Wait. These are the objectives. Objectives means in Telugu Lakshman. దీని యొక్క మెయిన్ ఆబ్జెక్టివ్ ఏంటి? The act was passed to provide legislation protection to workers and to be provide basic amendments, journals, drinking water facilities, etc. అంటే మెయిన్ ఉద్దేశం కార్మికులకి మెయిన్ వర్కర్స్ కి legislation protection to workers to provide basic amendments, urinals, drinking water facilities arranging. The main objective of the act to stop the exploitation of the contractor labor. అంటే కాంట్రాక్ట్ కార్మికులు దోపిడీ ఆపడం చట్టం యొక్క ప్రధాన లక్ష్యం. నెక్స్ట్ వన్ ద అప్రాప్రియేట్ గవర్నమెంట్ మే గివింగ్ నాట్ లెస్ దాన్ 2 months notice by notification in official gazette apply the provisions of the act to any established or contract employing less than 200 workers. The appropriate government may after 2 months notice notification in the official gazette apply the provisions of the act to be establishment or contract employ less than 20 workers. అంటే అధికార ప్రభుత్వ గెజిటెడ్ లో నోటిఫికేషన్ ద్వారా 2 నెలల కన్నా తక్కువ నోటీస్ ఇచ్చిన కాంట్రాక్టర్ చట్టం యొక్క నిబంధనలు వర్తింపజేయవచ్చు. నెక్స్ట్ స్క్రీన్ ఐ విల్ షేర్ యూ. నెక్స్ట్ స్క్రీన్. These are the provisions of payment of wages of contract laborers. అంటే కాంట్రాక్టర్ లేబర్ యొక్క వేతనాలు చెల్లించే నిబంధనలు. Provisions of the payment. Provisions of payment of wages of to contractor laborers. Section 26 of the Contractor Labor Act 1976 providing the following the rules payment of wages to contract laborers. Yeah. Section 26 you are the follow the some important contractor labor following rules provides following rules for the payments. Payment ఎలా ఇష్యూ చేయాలి wages to the contractor. అంటే కాంట్రాక్టర్ లేబర్ యాక్ట్ 1970 లో సెక్షన్ 26 కాంట్రాక్టర్ కార్మికుల వేతనాలు చెల్లించడానికి ఈ క్రింది నియమాలను అందిస్తుంది. ఫాలోయింగ్ ద రూల్స్. ఫస్ట్ ఏ a contractor is responsible for paying the wages to contractor employee within the specified period of a payment. కాంట్రాక్టర్ యొక్క ఉద్యోగాలు వేతనాలు చెల్లించిన నిర్దిష్ట వ్యవధిలో చెల్లించే బాధ్యత కాంట్రాక్టర్ పై ఉంటుంది. నెక్స్ట్ బి every principal employer shall appointment an employer representing organization for which contract laborers are working and such nominated person shall ensure the proper payment of wages by contractor to the contractor laborers. అంటే ప్రతి ప్రధాన యజమాని కాంట్రాక్టర్ కార్మికులు పనిచేస్తున్న సంస్థకు ప్రాతినిధ్యం వహిస్తున్న ఉద్యోగం నియమించడానికి మరియు అటువంటి నామినేటెడ్ వ్యక్తి కాంట్రాక్టర్ కార్మికులు కాంట్రాక్టర్ చేత వేతనాలు చెల్లించడానికి నిర్ధారిస్తుంది. నెక్స్ట్ వన్ నిర్ధారించాలి. నెక్స్ట్ వన్ సి ఇట్ shall be the duty of the contractor or pay prescribed legal wages to the contractor laborers in the presence of appointment authorizes representative of the employer. అంటే ప్రధాన యజమాని యొక్క నియమించబడిన అధికృత ప్రతినిధి సమక్షంలో కాంట్రాక్టర్ కార్మికులు నిర్దేశించి చట్టపరమైన వేతనాలు చెల్లించడం కాంట్రాక్ట్ యొక్క విధి. నెక్స్ట్ వన్ డి ఇన్ ఎనీ కేస్ ఆఫ్ ఫెయిల్యూర్ ఆఫ్ ప్రిస్క్రైబ్డ్ లీగల్ wages is defined time period to contract laborers from the contract. It is a by to the principal employer to the pay the wages in the full to contract laborers and can remove the amount of such payment from the contractor under any contract as may debit payable by the contractor. అంటే కాంట్రాక్టర్ నుండి కాంట్రాక్టర్ కార్మికులు నిర్దేశించి కాల వ్యవధిలో నిర్దేశించి చట్టపరమైన వేతనాలు విఫలమైతే కాంట్రాక్టర్ కార్మికులు వేతనాలు పూర్తిగా చెల్లించడం ప్రధాన యాజమాన్యానికి కట్టుబడి ఉంటుంది మరియు కాంట్రాక్టర్ నుండి అటువంటి చెల్లింపు మొత్తాన్ని ఏదైనా ఒప్పందం ప్రకారం లేదు తిరిగి పొందవచ్చు. కాంట్రాక్టర్ చెల్లించాల్సి నెక్స్ట్ పెనాల్టీస్. నెక్స్ట్ వన్ పెనాల్టీస్. నెక్స్ట్ స్క్రీన్ ఐ విల్ షేర్. Next screen, I will share it. Wait. These are the penalties under Control Labor Act 1970 and the Contractor Labor Act 1970. Obstruction section 22. This is the obstruction section 20. Whoever willfully neglects or refuse any inspectors for performing his prescribed duties or refuses inspection to any facilities opposes for examination in inquiry or investigation authorized by under this act in relation to establishment shall be punishment with the imprisonment for a term which may be extension to 3 months or within the fine up to 500 or both. ఒక ఇన్స్పెక్టర్ తను నిర్దేశించి నిధులను నిర్వర్తించకుండా ఉద్దేశపూర్వకంగా నిర్లక్ష్యం చేస్తే లేదా తిరస్కరించడం లేదా ఏదైనా సదుపాయం తనకి తిరస్కరించిన ఒక స్థాపన సంబంధం చట్టం ద్వారా లేదా కింద అధికారం పొందిన పరీక్ష విచారణ లేదా దర్యాప్తును వ్యతిరేకిస్తూ ఇది 3 వరకు పొడిగించే కాలానికి జైలు శిక్ష విధించబడింది. నెలలో లేదా 500 లేదా 2 జరిమానాలతో ఉంది. రిఫ్యూజల్ టు గివెన్ డాక్యుమెంట్స్ సెక్షన్ 22. రిఫ్యూజల్ టు గివెన్ డాక్యుమెంట్స్ సెక్షన్ 22. Whoever willfully refuses to produce on demand of inspector any register or other document or prevent or attempt to prevent appearing before or being examined by an inspector in purchase of his duties shall be punishment with the imprisonment for the term extends up to 3 months or fine 500 or both. అంటే పత్రాలు ఇవ్వడానికి నిరాకరించడం సెక్షన్ 22. అంటే రిఫ్యూజల్ టు గివెన్ డాక్స్ పత్రాలు ఇవ్వకుండా. ఇన్స్పెక్టర్ ఏదైనా రిజిస్ట్రేషన్ లేదా ఇతర పత్రం యొక్క డిమాండ్ మేరకు ఉత్పత్తి చేయడానికి ఉద్దేశపూర్వకంగా నిరాకరించడం లేదా తన నిధులు అనుసరించి ఇన్స్పెక్టర్ ముందు హాజరుపడకూడడం లేదా పరిశీలించడం నిరోధించడం లేదా ప్రయత్నించడం 3 నెలల వరకు లేదా జరిమానాతో జైలు శిక్ష చూపడతారు. దిస్ ఇస్ ద నెక్స్ట్ స్క్రీన్ ఐ విల్ షేర్. Negligent provisions of employment of contract laborers section 23. Contract laborers యొక్క ఉపాధి నిబంధనలు నిర్లక్ష్యం చేయడం. Negligent provisions of employment. Whoever neglects any provisions of this act or any rule or act providing restriction or regulating the employment of contract labor or neglects any provisions of license granted under this act liable for punishment with imprisonment up to 3 months for fine or 1000 or both. అంటే కాంట్రాక్టర్ కార్మికులు ఉద్యోగం నిషేధించడం పరిమితం చేయడం లేదా నియమించడం లేదా చట్టం కింద మంజూరు చేసిన లైసెన్స్ యొక్క ఏదైనా నిబంధనలు నిర్లక్ష్యం చేయడం 3 నెలల వరకు జైలు శిక్ష లేదా 1000 రూపాయల జరిమానా లేదా 2 ఇతర నేరాలు లేదా 2 అదర్ అఫెన్సెస్ అంటే ఇతర నేరాలు అదర్ అఫెన్సెస్ సెక్షన్ 24. Whoever neglects any provisions of this act or any rule of this act for which no other provisions of penalty is mentioned in such conditions the guilty will be punishable with the imprisonment up to 3 months or within 5 or 1000 or both. అంటే అటువంటి పరిస్థితుల్లో జరిమానా యొక్క ఇతర నిబంధనలు ప్రస్తావించడం చట్టం యొక్క ఏదైనా నిబంధన లేదా చట్టం యొక్క నియమాన్ని ఎవరు నిర్లక్ష్యం చేస్తే దోషులు 3 నెలల వరకు జైలు శిక్ష లేదా 1000 రూపీస్ జరిమానా లేదా రెండింటికి శిక్ష విధించబడింది. నెక్స్ట్ వన్ అఫెన్స్ బై కంపెనీ సెక్షన్ 25. అంటే కంపెనీస్ యొక్క నేరాలు. సదా where an offences under this act has been committed by the company and it is provided that the offense has been committed with the consent of any director, manager, managing agent or any other official of the company, such individual shall be liable deemed to be a guilty of the offences shall be punished accordingly. This is the offense by companies section 25. Company యొక్క నేరాలు. Next one. Next screen I will share you. Next screen I will share you. Wait. These are the health and welfare provisions under Contract Labor Act 1970. These are the canteens. Canteens. 16, section 16, canteens. Every establishment to which the act applies where the contract laborers working and where the contract laborers number are 100 or more, the contractor should provide one or more canteens and maintain for the contract laborers use. Following things to be determined while canteen facilities provided to workers. Date by which canteen shall be provided. Date by which canteen shall be provided. Number of canteens to be provided. Number of canteens to be provided. Standard in respect of construction. Standard in respect of construction, accommodation, furniture, and other equipments of this canteen, and the food stuff and their charges to be served in the canteens. These are the canteens, section 16, important sections. Next screen. Next, restrooms, section 17. Every establishment to which the act applies where the controls అంటే విశ్రాంతి గదులు, section 17. Every establishment to which the act applies where the contract laborers were working required to halt in night in connection with the work there shall be provided and maintained by the contractor for the use the contractor laborers. Restrooms or such other suitable alternative accommodation within prescribed time limit which is a sufficiently clean, lighted and ventilated. If the contractor does not provide any of the facilities of the employer shall be provided the same. Separate room shall be provided to women employees with a proper natural or artificial lighting and ventilation facilities. Next screen, first aid facilities, last screen, first aid facilities. This is the other facilities, section 18. Every worker established where contractor appoints contractor laborers for work should be able to be provided. Sufficient supply of drinking water at convenient places. Sufficient number of latrine and urinal supplied for male and female laborers at convenient places with easy of access. Washing facilities, etc. Behind every 25 male and female contract laborers, respectively, there should be one latrine provided by contractor. Washing facilities were provided separately for male and female contract laborers. First aid facilities, section 19. Behind, this is the first aid facilities. Behind every 150 contractor laborers first aid boxes marked with the Red Cross on white background consistent necessary equipment with other user guidelines must be provided at every places where the contract laborers were employed by the contractor. These are the important sections. These are the important first aid facilities and other facilities. Okay, other facilities and first aid facilities.